Thank you for picking up an art kit with me. I'm Ivy and I'm really excited to guide you through your piece today. This is going to be a ton of fun and I hope that you can relax and enjoy this moment with me. You can paint your piece any way you want, or you can follow and do exactly what I'm doing. Everything that we use is meant for outdoor use. The wood we use is called MDO and it's a marine grade wood. Then we paint with 2 to 3 coats of exterior grade paint and then finally seal with an all-weather sealer. So your sign is gonna hold up for many, many years to come and still stay as bright and beautiful as it is today. So make sure you find a spot where you can make a mess and also allot yourself at least 2 to 3 hours to get this done. It does take some time and you wanna relax and enjoy the process. Let's go ahead and get started. And here you go. Now you have a beautiful gingerbread girl for your front yard. All right, this is our gingerbread girl and she is so cute and fun, and you can pair her with the gingerbread boy, or you can do them for each child you have, if you have boy, girl, boy. And they're just really fun and easy to do. Even your kids could help you with this one. So we start with the white paint and we're just gonna do it in all the engraved portions. And that's to mimic the icing that you would see on a gingerbread cookie. So you can see that I'm dipping often into my paint cup because you want to have a good solid coat of paint here, and you got to keep moving as you go, and you can see that I'm making a mess, and it's absolutely okay to make a mess here. That's what we want to do here. We want a mess. So moving through the sign, through the arms, the icing for the arms. So at the end here, when we finish this sign up, we're gonna end up adding some glitter to the bow and the buttons, so it really sparkles when you put it in your front yard. And I love to put a light on these for the display so that when the light hits the glitter, it really pops. You'll be the envy of the neighborhood with this one. So we're just cruising along, putting our white paint in the lines. All right, so now that we're done with that, we're gonna lift the sign a little bit and kind of spin it around so you can find those spots that you missed. It's inevitable that you've missed something, so just kind of take your time here and get all of the engraved lines filled with white paint. And if you see any of the paint pulled up anywhere, go ahead and just take your brush and move it along because you don't want it piling up in the corners or anything like that. Okay, so now that that's done, you're gonna take your rag and you're gonna wipe it down. And again, this is messy. You're gonna make a mess, and that's okay. So now that I've wiped it down, it's time for it to dry. So this is a good time to pause your video and take a little break. This will take about 5 to 15 minutes to dry, and then we'll meet back here and do the next step. All right, now we get to put the second coat on. This one goes a lot faster than the first for our cute little gingerbread girl. This is as close as I get to baking because that is not something I enjoy, but I love painting gingerbread. They're so cute and fun. I have 3 kids, so I have, in my front yard, I have 2 boys and a girl, gingerbread, out there. And I've added my sparkly gumdrops next to them, which looks super cute. So the white is to mimic the icing on a gingerbread. And I'm going fast, but you can take your time. Enjoy the process. Wipe it down. Now we're done with all the engraving, so our next step will be to roll on the gingerbread color. So we're gonna let it dry, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, now we're gonna add the gingerbread color to our gingerbread girl. So we're gonna need a roller for this one. I have provided that in your kit. So it's best to work on a plate for the roller. And I like to get a little elevation on the sign. I mean, you're welcome to work on a flat surface, but when I have this lifted up a smidge, it makes it easier for me to get around the edges. But it's up to you. All right, so I'm gonna start with a paintbrush, and I'm going to just get into the tight corners that my roller can't get into. So, and we're not painting, make sure that you don't put this caramel color on the bow, because we're gonna paint that bow red later. So we're gonna get right into this corner, kind of just turning it around and getting all the little tight spots. So when we do the sides, we do a total of 2 coats on the sides, and then we'll do a total of 3 coats on top. So I do sides, and then now once I've finished the sides, I'm gonna come and do the top and let it dry, and then I'll do the same thing, sides and top. And in the 3rd coat, just do the top. So I'm rolling my roller into the paint and trying to get it evenly through it without it dripping. You do not want it dripping because it will get in your engraving and make just for more work later. So we're just rolling your roller around the gingerbread girl. Get a nice strong coat. Get some more paint. Just go all the way around. Without touching the bow. All right. Now we're gonna put more paint on our tray, or plate. Get it, more paint on it. You can see that I'm adding paint often, and sometimes you're gonna get random things on there. Just keep a cloth near you by so you can wipe those off. So you can see it's rolling right over our engraved lines, so they still look nice and crisp. And I'm even painting over the buttons, although the buttons will eventually be red, green, red. But right now, it's just easier just to roll over them. And now all of our mess is disappearing. And it looks good. Maybe a little more paint. This is our exterior paint, so adding to the durability of your sign, which is already cut and engraved on MDO, which is a marine grade wood. So this sign is made to be outdoors, and it will not splinter or crack or fade. It is made to last. So now that that step is done, you're gonna come back and do 2 more coats just like that. Like I said, 1 more on the sides and 2 more on top. And then we'll get back together. We'll start working on the bow and the buttons. So let it dry, and I'll put it on pause, and I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna add the color to the bow and the buttons and the eyes. So I'm gonna start with the red. So I have my foam brush, my red paint. We're gonna start with the sides, work our way around. And then I do every other button. So the first and the last button are red. Oop, made a little mess. So you're gonna work your way around. All right, and then we're gonna do the green. All right, perfect. And then we'll do the black for the eyes. So we're gonna let this dry, and then on your own, you can come back and just do this step again. The red may need a third coat, but you can kind of determine that as you go along. So I'm gonna go put this in the dryer. You can put us on pause, and we'll see you back here in a little bit. All right, we're at the final stages. You're probably wondering what we're gonna do with the back of the sign. You can go ahead and on your own and paint 2 coats of black on the back, and then we'll come back to this final step, what we're gonna do right now, and seal it. So I'm gonna take my sealer brush, and I'm just gonna lightly go around the edges, just to make sure it's nice and sealed for the weather. And then we're gonna go over the top. And this is where you're really gonna see your sign shine. It's gonna add a little gloss to it while protecting it. So when you're applying it, you want your brush just wet enough so that it's not streaky. So if it's too dry, you're gonna see streaks. So that'll be your way of telling if you have enough sealer on it. And also you can seal the back too when the front is dry. And there you go. You have a beautiful gingerbread girl. At purchase time, you got to select if you wanted it to hang or to have a stake. And now we're going to show you how to install them. So now your sign is ready to put in the yard, if this is the option that you chose at purchase time. So we provide the hardware and stake for you to attach to your sign. It's very simple. Just put the bolts through the holes, attach the stake, and then screw on the nuts. And there you go. And now you're ready to hang your sign. We have provided the sawtooth hanger and tiny screws for you to attach. The holes will be pre-drilled, so it's very easy to install. And once you have it, you can hang it up on your wall and display it. Thank you so much for buying one of our paint kits. I really appreciate you taking a chance on us, and I hope you had a great time. I've included a coupon code in your paint kit, and I hope that you use it to return to us. As a small business owner, we always appreciate our repeat business, and we love to hear any feedback that you have. And any good experiences you had, can you please post that on your social media and tag us at Ivy's Wood Creations? I'd really appreciate it. Thanks again so much, and I look forward to seeing your art project online.